Just want to make sure everything looks good here. Good morning, good morning. Happy Saturday, everyone. Hi, Taryn. Yay. Hi, Carrie. Good morning. Tuning in from Maryland. Whoop, whoop. It's awesome. Warming up. We have a chilly start here. It's definitely a Sierra Spring. It was 23 when I left the house this morning, so still feeling a little wintry, but I saw chickadees yesterday, which is a good sign. Hi, Joni. Good morning, sunshine. Hi, Alyssa. This is so fun. To see everybody come on is really fun. Oh, thanks for the hearts. We'll give it just a few more minutes. Goodness. Hi, Edie and JC. Hello, hello. Hi, Dan. I will send love to Lucille. When I get to see her again, we've been quarantining from my parents because we were traveling last week, so, which really, the only thing my mom cares about is seeing Fletcher. Now I think she misses me too, but we'll see them soon, hopefully. Nice to see you. You're a little photo there, Mr. Caffer. Glad to have you in class. All right, I'm gonna check the time because I think we're probably close. Oh, right on the money. Right on the money. All right. All right. So I titled this class yesterday, Bloom Where You're Planted, which if there's any other Catholic school kids out there, maybe you remember singing that song out of the Green Glory and Praise songbook. But it was one of my favorites as a kid, and I was thinking about what those of us that have the luxury really of staying home and staying safe and trying to do our part with the quarantine, how it's this incredible opportunity to work on blooming where we're planted. And the whole message behind that song is sometimes your seeds aren't where you think they should be, but that there's a bigger plan in place, and that we always have the chance of setting our roots and bringing ourselves into a point of flourishing, really, which may be kind of hard to envision right now. But also with that is this notion of what we're doing just here this morning, which is this crazy process. Carrie and Taylor and I have talked a little bit about it, We got the chance to have tea with some of our yogis yesterday via Zoom, and just this incredible way that we are able to connect. And, I think especially myself, and I know I'm not alone in this, I like to kind of rail against technology and how it's isolating us. But here is this way that we've been able to find a daily way to connect with one another through our practice. And yesterday when I took Carrie's class, I rolled my mat out and I had this image of like plugging into an outlet, like here we go. And I love that idea that wherever we are, we can roll our mats out and we can find this common place and this common practice, the gift of our practice, that helps us remember how connected we are. And some folks that are practicing with us this morning, we've shared actual space, right? We go to O2 and we practice in those beautiful sunny walls, within those beautiful sunlit walls. And then other folks, like some of my friends and other people that I haven't even met, are practicing from other places, but we can find this common ground and this common energetic current that we can step into together. I was taking a walk around our neighborhood yesterday, and there's this small grove of aspen trees in between these houses. And, mostly up here we have lots and lots of pine trees and different kinds of pine trees, but it's really cool, this strip of aspens. And I was looking at how beautiful the pattern and the pathway was. And I started to think of how those aspens only can survive in community with one another, right? They have to have that interconnected root system. Otherwise, there is no such thing as a lone aspen tree. And I think we're all getting that reminder right now, right? We're so interconnected, and it's just a matter of us having to dig a little deeper to remember those connections that we have with the people that we are distanced from and our community members that we're distanced from. But we still have that common root system. So in our practice today, we'll dig into the idea of our rootedness as well as our ability to blossom on top of that steady foundation. Or at least that's my general plan. I'm so thankful that all of you are here and practicing with me this morning. So let's come to our mats. Come to a comfortable seat. That was a really funny transition I just made. I hope you all followed along with that butt roll to the mat. Okay, great. Let's close our eyes. And just settle in. Feel the places where you are in contact with your mat. And really let your weight settle down heavy into those places. And if imagery works well for you, imagine that you have a root system that is stretching from those places where you are touching the earth down into the surface of the earth. And if you're not an imagery person, just feel those points of contact. Feel your body breathing. And for the first few moments, just observing your natural breath. Paying attention to the tempo of your breath. To the place in your body where you feel your breath coming from. And maybe even tuning into the sound of your breath. allow that breath to start to lengthen. And let's work to even out the inhale and the exhale. So the next time you breathe in, just count the duration of your breath in. And as you exhale, match that duration. So just taking an even breath in, an even breath out. Check in with the space of the shoulders. Allow your shoulders to soften on the space of your back. Feeling a sense of ease through your jaw, across your eyebrows. And staying with that steady breath, let's go ahead and take the left hand to the heart space, and the right fingertips are going to rest on the mat. So again, just feeling those, as your hands come into contact with your body and with your mat, just almost that same idea of plugging in, right? Feeling the steady warmth of the heart space, feeling the steadiness and the warmth of the earth beneath you. And allow your body to be a conduit between those two energetic sources. And maybe, just maybe, as we all take the same shape with our bodies, with the same intention, tune into the energy of everybody else that's practicing right now with you. After your next exhale, let's go ahead and bring the hands to the heart, to Anjali Mudra. And let's open our practice by chanting Om together. Together but separate. Take a nice deep breath in. When you're ready, opening your eyes to have a soft gaze in the space. Let's go ahead and bring our hands down to the mat. We'll come to all fours. Spreading the fingertips wide and really rooting down into your index finger knuckles.
Take a moment to feel your shoulders wide across the space of the back. And feel just a gentle lift in the tummy so that we're not held, but we're supported and we're long through the spine. Let's take the left toes underneath as we stretch the left heel back. So starting nice and easy here this morning. Feel the crown of the head floating forward so that the entire body is engaged and is lengthening. Feel yourself breathing. Feel the surface of your mat underneath your hands. And from there, we're going to float that leg up to tabletop and just take a moment. Find that place of balance. On your right side, the toes can be tucked or you can release that foot down. But again, feeling that gentle lift in the belly so that we're stabilizing but not gripping in the center of the body. Go ahead and spread your toes on your left foot. See if you can't make jazz toes, dare I say, instead of jazz hands, jazz feet. Oh dear. It wouldn't be a Saturday morning practice with Jennie without a lame joke. All right, from there, let's take the right arm forward, float it forward, and again, just feel your body stabilizing. All those small movements that are happening are great. They're really important for our nervous system. So let it happen. From there, we're going to inhale. We're going to lift everything, including our focus, up a little higher. Then as you exhale, plant the knee, plant the hand, and round into cat pose. And let's slide back to child's. Releasing your elbows down. Inhale, glide through. Press into the hands as you scoop up. Let's do that again. Round and stretch up, sliding the body back. Big exhale as you reach back. One more time. Inhale, gliding through. Press into those hands as you stretch up. Rounding, exhale, slide back. This time as we inhale forward to cow, let's release to neutral spine. Take a moment, feel your length. Take those right toes, tuck them under, and stretch back through the right heel. Again, shoulders are wide across the back. We're lengthening through the crown. And feel your body breathing. And float that leg up to tabletop. Again, feel that gentle lifting in the very center of the body. Spread your toes on your right foot. And we'll take the left arm forward and allow your body to adjust. Rather than fighting those movements, follow them. Let them happen. Feel the wisdom of your body as it stabilizes you. From there, we're going to inhale, lift it a little higher. Take your focus up. Plant the hand, plant the knee, scoop up into cat, and stretch back. Inhale, we're going to glide forward between the arms, press into the hands to lift up. And we'll do that 2 more times, following your breath. Exhale as you slide back. Inhale as you come forward. We'll do that 1 more time. And as you inhale and open the heart to cow, tuck your toes, and let's exhale back to down dog. And shifting your weight, bend your knees. Give yourself time to ease into the pose. Take a deep breath in. And a big exhale out your mouth with a sigh. And again, big breath in through your nose. This time we're going to shush it out. Shh. And softening the knees, come up onto your fingertips as you need to. We're going to walk ourselves forward into forward fold. Again, bend your knees as you need to be kind to the hamstrings. As you come to the front edge of your mat, let's inhale halfway up. Ardha Uttanasana. So rooting down into the legs to lift and lengthen. As you exhale, bend your knees and just drape your body forward. Again, inhale, root down, lift and lengthen. And exhale, soften, round forward. One more time. Really feel your roots, send them down into the earth, and from that foundation, we lengthen, we make space. Exhale, soften into that space. With easy knees, we'll roll ourselves up to standing. Arms reach wide. Take it all the way up to upward salute. Exhale to bring the hands to the heart. And just take a moment standing in mountain with the hands at the heart. Go ahead and close your eyes and feel your feet as they support the weight of your body. Again, you can imagine those roots growing from the feet down into the center of the earth. On the opposite end of the body, allowing the crown of the head to float forward and up as we reach towards the light, towards the sun. On your next breath in, let's reach the arms up overhead. As you exhale, just pour down, soften the hips, the knees, the ankles, and just roll yourself into a forward fold. Inhale to come halfway up, lift and lengthen. Exhale, soften in, knees bend, roll yourselves back up to standing, reach the arms wide. And again, just drop it down right through that center line, softening everything as we pour the body forward. Inhale, halfway up. Feel the movement through the space of the spine. Soften back in as you exhale, and we'll roll ourselves through to standing. Reach those arms wide. And one more time, pour it down. Softening as we fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale. Bow your heart forward. Easy knees rolling back through, arms reach wide. And hands come to the heart. From here, let's take a deep breath in. As we exhale, we're going to take the arms directly forward and round the upper back. From there, arms reach wide, look up, open your heart. Exhale, back where we came from. Slight rounding of the spine forward. And then take it right back to the heart. So we take a deep breath in, exhale, round forward, reach those arms forward. Inhale, arms open wide, exhale, back to that forward reach. Inhale, hands come to the heart, exhale in neutral. Big breath in, exhale, reach forward. Inhale, open your wings. Exhale, round the upper back, point those fingertips forward. Inhale to the heart. Exhale to settle. Let's inhale, reach up. Exhale, long, wide forward fold. Again, be nice to your hamstrings, soften the knees as you forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale and release. Let's take the left leg back into lunge. Big, deep lunge. If you need to, if you're accustomed to using blocks, grab your water bottle, grab a book, grab a mason jar, a big canned good, whatever you have, and place that underneath your hands so that you have enough space. And give yourself a little movement here. You can rock forward and back a little. You can lift and lower. You can even take a little twist. As long as you're moving as you're breathing, you're perfect. Let's plant the hands on the mat. Take that front foot and step it back into down dog. We're going to inhale and come forward into plank for just a moment. Spread your fingertips. Press down into your index finger knuckles. From there, we're going to take knees, chest, chin to the mat. Roll the shoulders on your back. Hug your elbows in. Really stick your booty way up towards the sky. On your next breath in, we're going to slide forward into just a little baby cobra. So not even using your hands, just using the muscles of the back. Spread your toes and press
the tops of your feet down into your mat. Take a big breath right across the space of the heart. As you exhale, release down. We'll press back to the hands and the knees. Let's take the feet together, knees wide, and stretch back into an open knee devotional pose. Keep breathing here. Really allow your breath to move into the sides of your body. Like your torso is a beautiful accordion, and it's opening the bellows as you inhale and softening back down as you exhale. And we'll take one more round of breath right here. On your next breath in, we're going to lift up onto the hands and the knees, rounding our spines, looking to the belly. Take your legs back parallel. We'll open the heart into cow. Tuck your toes. Exhale, back down dog. Inhale to reach your left leg behind you. Look forward and step that foot forward into lunge. If you need to, use your hand to bump the heel so that the heel is right underneath the knee. And again, let's just take a few breaths here. You're welcome to add some movement. If it feels better to hold steady in your stretch, that's fine as well. Really tune into what is going to bring you balance in your practice. Take 2 more full, deep rounds of breath here. Planting your hands on your mat, step yourself back into downward facing dog. From down dog, we'll inhale and come forward to plank. Take a moment here, push away from the earth. Feel the inner thighs spiraling in and up, and your legs are lifting you up off your mat. As you exhale, knees, chest, chin to the earth. Booty sky high, hug those elbows in. Roll the shoulders on your back. Nice deep breath. On your next inhale, glide forward, baby cobra. And this time, let's take the arms alongside the body, palms down, and just lightly resting there. Spread your toes, legs are active. One more breath in, give yourself a little smile. You all know how I feel about smiling and back bends. It makes them better. Exhale, soften down, take your hands under your shoulders, and make your way back into down dog this time. Let's inhale and stretch the right leg back behind. Bring it forward into lunge. Again, use that hand if you need to. From lunge to forward, fold, back foot comes in. Inhale, halfway up, reach, lift, lengthen. Exhale as you soften that heart forward. Again, if you need to, put a little bend in your knees. We're going to root down to stretch all the way through to upward salute. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale as you reach up and back. Exhale, let's sit down into Utkatasana, into chair pose. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, reach your body forward. Inhale, wings open. Exhale, back to the center. Inhale to the heart. Exhale to sit deeper. Inhale. Exhale, round forward. Open your wings as you breathe in. Really open all the way through the space of the heart, all the way through those fingertips, back to the center. Inhale to the heart. Exhale, establish your foundation. Inhale, big breath in. Exhale, round it forward. Inhale, open your wings. Exhale, back, forward. Inhale to the heart. Exhale, sit deeper. On your next breath in, root down, stretch up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale as you fold. Take your left leg back 3/4 of the way.
And plant your heel.
And we'll inhale to come up into warrior one. So scissoring the legs, sit nice and deep down into that lunge. Again, feeling that gentle lift in the belly, not a gripping or a holding, but just that sense of lifting and lengthening. We'll take the hands to prayer. Take a moment, really feel the surface of your mat underneath your feet. Feel your foundation, feel the strength in your legs. Oh yeah. We'll take a deep breath in. As you exhale, round your upper back and reach your arms forward. Inhale, wings open wide. Exhale, back forward. Inhale to the heart. Exhale, sit deeper in your lunge. Big breath in. Exhale as you curve and reach forward. Inhale, hearts open, wide wings. Back to the front. Hands to the heart. Sit deeper. One more time. Big breath in. Exhale, reach forward. Open your heart. This time make sure your eyes are open and look up. Feel that whole entire front surface of the body opening. Then as you soften forward, feel yourself opening into your back. Hands to the heart. From there, we're going to take the back foot behind us a little further as we open into warrior two. So take a nice deep lunge to the side. Feel yourself, hips are resting right on top of the shoulders. Fingertips reach from their connection point in the center of the heart. So the arms are just an extension of the heart space. All of the work that we do through our hands can become work of the heart. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, let's reach to lateral angle. We're going to flow here a little bit. Inhale, open the heart, bend your top elbow, look up. Exhale, back into that lateral angle. Inhale to come through the center. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale through the center, warrior two. Exhale, lateral angle. Inhale, elbow opens, heart opens, look up. Exhale, back into that long side body stretch. Inhale through the center. Exhale and release. Soften into that front thigh so that you're maintaining a really beautiful, steady lunge. Exhale as you reach. I can already tell I'm going to feel that tomorrow. Beautiful. Reach to the side. Inhale through. Exhale, reverse warrior. From reverse warrior, we're going to windmill right down inside that front foot. Let your back heel lift. And we'll come into gecko. So lots of choices here for gecko. I'm going to ask that you take your front thigh and hug it in towards your body for now. I know it's nice, especially those of you that have really open hips. We love to just like ooze that front leg open, turning it out. But for now, let's stay strong in our parallel. So actually squeeze it towards your torso. If you'd like, you can release your back knee down. You can also bend your elbows, come onto your forearms. See what feels best for you this morning. Softening the hinge of the jaw as we work to open the hips here. And now for the next two breaths, if you would like to spiral that front thigh open and let that leg turn out, you're welcome to. And bringing the leg back to parallel. If your back knee is released, go ahead and lift it up. We're going to cruise around into straddle again. If you need a little lift, grab your support for underneath your hands. Let's inhale, come halfway up onto the fingertips. Really reach bright. Feel the four corners of both of your feet pressing evenly towards your mat. Give a little hug in those inner thighs, so kind of draw in just a little bit. And then exhale and fold yourself forward.
And as we fold forward and our body comes into contact with the earth, a little bit more, resting the hands, resting the feet, maybe your forearms, just take a moment and honor the earth. Mother Nature is taking such a beautiful big exhale right now as we are, for once in a very, very long time, taxing her less. It's pretty amazing how resilient our environment can be given the chance. We'll bring ourselves up onto the hands. Let's walk towards the back side of the mat. And we're gonna snake that back foot in a little bit, plant the back foot, and
Root down to bring yourself up into Warrior One. So adjust as you need to. We're trying to get those hip points as even as possible, reaching forward. You can always open your back leg a little bit more to the side to help with that. And as you soften down, feel that little lift in the belly to support the low back. We'll inhale and we'll reach the hands up. And let's take the hands to the heart. So when we look at the resiliency of the earth and our environment, it's important for us to remember that we're a part of that. We are connected. We are a component of the environment. And we too are very, very resilient. Take a deep breath in. From that steady foundation, we're going to exhale, curve the upper back, point the fingers and the hands forward. Inhale, open the heart. Be really purposeful with your movements. Exhale, curve and reach back. Inhale, draw it right to the heart. Exhale into those legs. Feel your steadiness. Big breath in. Exhale, round and reach. Inhale, heart opens. Wings stretch wide. Exhale, back forward. Take it to the heart. One more time. Big breath in. Exhale as you curve and reach. Inhale, heart opens. And from there, we'll widen our lunge. Adjust the legs as we turn towards the wide side of the mat. Feeling that deep outer spiral on the front thigh and softening down into a deep lunge. And though we have the strength and the effort of our foundation, see if you can't ease through the upper body a little bit. And this is a tricky one. It's hard for all of us. You're not alone. Sometimes it's nice to bring the hands forward or the arms forward just a little bit to find some more space across the back. See if you can't imagine your shoulder blades spreading wide like wings across your back. Let's take a deep breath in. As we exhale, push into your back foot to lengthen to lateral angle. Inhale, look up, elbow draws back. Exhale to lateral angle. Inhale through Warrior Two. Exhale, stretch down that back leg. Don't lose your beautiful deep lunge. Inhale through the center. Exhale, push to reach really long. And go ahead and get flamboyant with that movement. Let it be big, let it be beautiful. Here is your blossom. Make the most of it. Inhale through. Exhale, press and reach. Last time through, we open the heart, look up, gaze up. Reach that body back long. Through the center. Reach down the back leg. From there, we'll take it right down into gecko, reaching inside the front foot. Let your back heel lift. Give yourself a squeeze with that front thigh, drawing it in towards the midline. If you'd like, you can release the back knee. You can start to bend the elbows, find your ideal variation. Carrie was mentioning yesterday how as we're guiding these classes by ourselves, technically, that we know which poses are
wonderful for some of our students, which are challenging. I know my sweet Karen is just diving into gecko. Let that front thigh spiral open if that feels good, if you want to take a few breaths in that option. Such a cool, intimate way that we know everybody in their practice. It's a pretty special gift. One more deep breath in, big exhale. We'll lift the back knee if it's been released. And let's walk back through straddle. Again, set your feet very purposefully. Root down into your legs. Feel the stems, your stems really reaching with energy, with life. Take a deep breath in, get a little longer through the spine, and then exhale and soften everything forward. And wherever you're at in your variation of straddle, see if you can't really release your head down. Let the muscles of the neck soften, let that weight just release. Feel free to bend your knees if you need to. There's no reason to force the stretch, especially if your hamstrings are tight. It's okay. And from our straddle, let's take it back to the front edge of the mat. Coming through lunge. Plant your hands on your mat. Step yourself back to down dog, please. Lift up way high on your tippy toes. Really stretch super bright through your sits bones. Like you're reaching your tail as bright as you can back behind. Then keeping that length in the low back. Slowly roll your heels closer to the earth. Keeping that length. Feeling yourself breathing. Take a really good dog. Down dog. And speaking of good dogs, my sweet Nui turned 14 years old yesterday. Can you believe that? I can't believe it. Anyway, inhale, come forward to plank. Nice strong body again. Lift up those legs. Feel how strong you are. Feel how resilient you are. Feel how connected you are. Send those roots through the palms of the hands, through your toes. One last time, knees, chest, chin to the earth. Reach that booty sky high. This time as we lengthen, roll the shoulders on the back, and feel free to press higher in your cobra if that feels good. If the baby cobra is perfect for you, then stay with baby cobra. Either way, the belly is lifting to support. Hearts are rolling forward and up. So the shoulder blades collarbones are open and wide across the front of the chest. Those upper arms are spiraling open. Heart is really bright. Take one more breath. Take the corners of your mouth, slide them up towards your ears. Oh yeah. And exhale to release down. And just turn your head to one side. Rest flat on your mat. And breathe. And you can rock your hips a little from side to side. Do a little sack of potato. Rock from side to side. And right here as we lay on our mats, on our little plugs in towards our shared energy, just allow yourself to really soften down. What are the small ways we can cultivate our future blooms? How can we bloom where we're planted right now? Or at least tend to ourselves with the chance of that happening. Slide the hands underneath the shoulders and press ourselves up to hands and knees. And let's transition to Baddha Konasana.
So bringing the soles of the feet together. Sitting nice and tall. We're gonna do the rolling Baddha Konasana version that I led us through on Thursday, just to really allow the spine to move, to find new ways of sequentially moving through the spine. There's a chance that being at home more, maybe we have been sitting more. Fletcher and I have been in a week-long Lego mania, and so I know that I have been sitting much more than I typically do. So just to remind the spine of all of the potential for movement, let's take the hands back behind, roll the shoulders, open the heart, lift up, and we're going to sit so tall that we have no choice but to start to open into a back bend. Then take the hands around to the shins to support. We're going to lead with the heart as we come forward. Then draw the belly in, rock back on your pelvis, roll through your spine, and stack those pieces all the way upright. Open the heart, gentle back bend, glide it forward with an exhale. Inhale as you roll yourself up through the spine, open the heart, and exhale. It's also a nice chance to soften and lengthen through the front of the throat. Open that heart, throat opens. And soften in. And let's go ahead and just stay in our forward fold for a few breaths. If you'd like, you can come up halfway and just stretch long through the spine and then soften back down. And again, don't worry about how close you are to your feet or how deep your forward fold is. Just be in the stretch. Whatever your variation of the stretch is, just truly embody it. Be with it. Breathe into it. Cultivate it. And if you can, support yourself so that you can release your head and just let your head hang forward. Again, and however deep you are into your pose, just release that head. Let your brain drain a little bit as if you're popping the cork off the center of the skull and just letting anything that's holding you back, anything that is no longer serving you, just let it drain right out through the crown of the head. And starting at the base of the spine, let's roll ourselves up. Slowly, take your time. And from there, let's stretch the right leg forward and we'll cross the left leg on top. So sitting nice and tall. Again, feel your sits bones, feel those roots reaching down into your mat. Flex and spread the toes on your front foot, so really active. If you're feeling pretty steady there and you want to tuck your front leg under and take the twist with both legs tucked, you're welcome to. Either variation, you're going to get a really nice twist. Take a deep breath in. We're going to exhale and draw ourselves towards the front leg. And take your time with your twist. Let it evolve. Try not to force anything. Let the shoulders soften and widen across the back. Feel yourself sitting tall. If you'd like, you can always bend that right arm and hook the elbow to the knee. I tend not to do that variation because I start to feel tension in my shoulder when I do that. So if that feels good for you, awesome. If you feel anything going on in your shoulder, don't do it, please. Hug yourself in instead. Feel yourself really sitting tall. Soften both the front and back side of your heart as you breathe here. And starting at the base of the spine, we're going to exhale. Slowly release that twist. And we'll uncross the top leg, tuck it in, almost like you're in tree pose, but seated. We'll inhale and stretch the arms up. Take a little twist towards your straight leg, and we'll come forward. If it feels good, you can reach for the outside of that foot, or you can just have the hands resting on either side. Draw them a little closer to you so that your shoulders can soften on your back and you're not hunched up
with the ears pulling, or your shoulders pulling up by your ears. It'd be interesting if you could pull your ears up. Could be a good quarantine project. Oh dear. Take a deep breath in, get a little taller, a little longer, and then exhale and soften in for 3 more breaths. And inhaling to bring yourself up. Let's reach both legs out in front and just let them rock in and out. You can roll your shoulders, shake your hands a little, roll those wrists, roll those ankles. And we'll take the right leg crossing over the left. Flex that straight leg very brightly. Feel your sits bones again. If you'd like, you can tuck the front leg under as long as both sits bones are firmly planted. We'll take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, slowly, sequentially move yourself into that twist. Softening across the shoulders, feel yourself sit tall, and then again, front and back side of the heart, soften. Let your breath be expressive here, expanding through the belly, through the torso as you inhale, softening back towards the midline as you exhale. Now on your next exhale, slowly release that twist. And we'll uncross top leg, tucking it in. Sit tall. And we'll inhale, reach up. Keep reaching right through that extended leg. A little twist towards that leg as we come forward. Again, adjust the placement of your hands so that your shoulders can soften on your back. Inhale, lift a little bit taller, get longer through the spine, and then exhale and soften in. Starting at the base of the spine, we'll inhale. Roll ourselves back upright. Taking both legs forward, and again, just let them rock in and out. Give yourself some shoulder rolls. And let's bend the knees, and we'll come onto our backs. So if it feels good to do a few rock and rolls, you're welcome to. And eventually, we'll come down onto our mats, hugging the knees in towards the chest. And you can give yourself a little rock from side to side. With the hands resting on the knees, let's inhale, hug the knees towards the body. As you exhale, curl up to your knees. Inhale, release your head back. And exhale, release the tight squeeze on the knees. And we'll do that again. Inhale to hug in. Exhale as you lengthen to curl up. Inhale, head releases back. Exhale, knees release. Let's do that one more time. Follow your breath, your tempo. Releasing the feet to your mat. Let's do a few rounds of a dynamic bridge. So arms alongside the body to start. And take your feet where they need to be so that you have leverage. On your next breath in, press down into your feet, let the hips lift, and let the arms reach up overhead. As you exhale, starting at the top of the spine, just slowly roll that spine down, arms come down with the exhale. Inhale, pressing down to float up. And exhale, rolling down. And we'll do that one more time. And this time we'll hold at the top. And you're welcome to let the arms rest back behind you. If it feels better to have them alongside the body or even tucked underneath, you can take any of those variations, adjust your feet as you need to, and really press down into the earth to let the hips float. Soften your head back towards your mat to ease through your neck. And let the breath travel through the belly. Expanding on the inhale. Softening on the exhale. We'll take one more big breath in here. As you exhale, releasing across the shoulders. If the arms are tucked, we'll slowly roll the spine down, releasing the arms if they were up overhead. Let's really move slowly and mindfully, returning to our mats. Let's take the feet as wide as the mat and just let the knees rest against each other. Softening the hip crease. And really see if you can't let the entire space of the belly just soften. Let your shoulders fall back heavy. You can take the arms to a T or to cactus. It's up to you. Give yourself a deep breath in. And go ahead and exhale, sighing it out your mouth. Again, deep breath in through the nose, and this time shush it out your mouth. Shh. Separating the knees. As you exhale, go ahead and let the knees windshield wiper over to the left. Let your weight spill back through the center to come into the middle, and then exhale, let the knees fall to the right. So let the weight of your body, let that release downward toward your mat be what brings you back through the center, and then exhale to the other side. And if that's sounding too crazy or it's messing with your mind, ignore me. Just windshield wiper right to left, left to right, perfectly. Following your breath. And the next time you're over to the left, we'll go ahead and spend a few breaths twisting to the left. You can always swing that right leg across, or pull your knees in close, or take any variation here that feels the best for you in your practice today. You could take that left foot and kind of loop it up on the right knee if that feels good. And then we'll inhale through the center, exhale over to the other side. Same thing, adjust as you'd like. You can turn the head to look away from the knees. And again, just feel that beautiful spiral through the spine. Feel your breath expanding on the inhale, softening as you exhale. And we'll inhale to come back into the center. Let's reach the legs and the arms up to the ceiling. And we're going to give just one round of breath, shaking the arms and the legs as hard as we can. One big breath, go. Big exhale. One more breath in. And we'll exhale into happy baby. Give yourself a little rock from side to side. If you'd like, you can stretch your legs long. Take a straddle here, roll through the ankles. And back through happy baby to hug the knees, curl in, give yourself a hug. And really hug yourself. Soften your heart towards yourself. Hold yourself. Offer loving kindness. And then from there, we'll extend the arms up overhead, legs down long. Full body stretch. Reach through the heels, flex the feet. And then point your feet, stretch the front of the ankles. And from there, situate yourself for Shavasana. So you're welcome to put your socks on, grab a blanket, support underneath your knees. Give yourself maybe a blanket or a towel underneath your head, not so that the head is really lifted super high, but just so there's that cushion. And again, returning your awareness to the places where your body is in contact with your mat. Let your weight pour back into those places. Feel yourself connecting to the support of Mother Earth. Allow yourself to send your roots downward. Feel the ways, all of the ways that we are connected to one another, to this incredible planet. Each exhale, allowing yourself to soften a bit more deeply towards the surface of your mat. Trusting that you are held. Knowing that you are an integral part of this amazingly woven tapestry of life.
remind yourself that it's okay to surrender in this moment. That it's okay to be still. It's okay to soften. yourself a few deep cleansing breaths, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Bringing Making some small movements to your fingers and your toes. As you feel ready, just gently guiding yourself onto your side. A few moments resting on your side before you ease yourself back to seated. And as we return to seated, let's hold the heart space, layering the hands resting in the center of the chest. I'm going to share a poem by Rumi. Spring over all, but inside us there's another unity. Behind each eye here, one glowing weather. Every forest branch moves differently in the breeze, but as they sway, they connect at the roots. And as we close our practice this morning, let's just take a moment to offer loving kindness to all beings, knowing that everyone has a role in helping us heal, helping us move towards equilibrium. So we'll just hold each other, hold one another, hold ourselves, those we know and love, and beyond. And holding our hearts, let's join our voices together one more time, chanting Om, drawing a deep breath in. Thank you so much, friends, yogis, for practicing, for sharing your practice, for sharing your light, for sharing your vibration. I feel it. I'm so very grateful for it. Thank you for all that you're doing right now, and keep it up. Be well. Take good care. Much, much love. Namaste. Thank you, thank you. Hi, Sue. Hi, Renee. Hi, Deanna. Oh, how lovely to see you. Well, not to see you, but to see that you're here. Thanks so much, everyone. Mwah. Molly, love you, girl. Love you too. Oh, too. Thanks.